We've been talking about cloud and high availability now for the past year. It's a very hot topic. People are looking, moving workloads into the cloud, whether it be Azure or AWS, is kind of the primary suspects. But even the other cloud providers, they are looking at some of the benefits of cloud, but they also want to make sure when they move their workloads into the cloud that they can guarantee the same level of availability that they're used to when hosting their applications on-premise. And so as they start delving into it, they come to realize the cloud is great in some aspects, but in other aspects there are limitations in configuration options that you have to kind of live with or even work around in the cloud. And one of those being high availability options. Typically, when you're looking at high availability on-premise, kind of build around your SAN infrastructure. In many cases, you are building Microsoft failover cluster instances with all the data residing on your highly resilient SAN. In the cloud, in particular, Amazon or Azure, there's no concept of a SAN, so you have to look at other options. But again, we've been talking about this for quite some time, and so we figured we'd have a session where we just kind of open it up to field your questions that you might have about high availability in the cloud. One of the questions I get, and specifically the question is, how do I configure an HA cluster for DR in Azure? Explain availability zones, networking, other special requirements. So that question is kind of all over the board. They talk about high availability, they talk about disaster recovery, they mention Azure, but then they're talking about availability zones, which is an AWS concept. So let's kind of break it down into different pieces. So high availability, how do I configure a high availability cluster and let's say Azure, or really open it up to Amazon as well?